Yo, what is up, everyone? It is your boy KSI Bubba 7 with my side hustle anime. What is up? What's going on? Episode 6 in the motion, in the groove. What's happening, Anna? How you doing? How you feeling? What is crack-a-lacking?
I'm feeling great. Bubba. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream, man. Unless, man, I got so much crap going on through my mind, man. Life, gaming, KSI, holy moly. Like, I feel bad for these kids, though, in school now. School is in session. Summer is over. Ugh, it stinks.
It does. Bubba, when was the last time you were in school? Like, what year did you graduate or stop going to class?
I graduated high school in 2013. Then I took 2 years off college because I was in a construction business. I was like apprentice and, you know, worked up to foreman in the union, the whole shebang. But then got laid off and then decided to go to college to become a cop. And I'm in the motions now since 2015. It's like, I'm happy that I'm not in school anymore, period. Like,
No, I feel that. I 100% feel that because I graduated college in 2019, so I still live in like the college part of town. And, like, I'm a walk away from where I went to school, but it's just like we're in that back to school season. I'm just like that old crabby man, like on my lawn now. I see all these like college freshmen walking around and being loud and annoying, and I'm like, get off my lawn.
oh god, you're one of those.
I am. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I know I was that kid too, but it's just like, damn, I'm trying to sleep. Kids out here partying it up, and I'm just like, god damn, just let me sleep, man.
Yeah, I don't miss school at all. I go into work every morning and I always get stuck behind two different buses. Not the same, two different buses. I'd be driving, I get stuck behind a bus on like the main road that like only is the one way in and out of my town. Then that peels off somewhere else. Then I turn, make another right or so, and there's another one, and that follows all the way to the road that I have to go to work. And it's like I'm late 5 minutes, and I get up early to try to beat them. Still, these bus drivers, man. They have no respect for the guys.
No, they know your route. They're perfectly going out of their way to inconvenience you in any way
Seriously,
possible.
I feel like the bus driver because I'm not gonna say I flipped him off, but he was just staring me down with the lights on and not moving, and there were no kids whatsoever jumping on the bus. Not one. I'm like, oh, this guy. All right, I see what this guy's doing. He's taunting me.
Absolutely.
He's taunting me. But it's all right. It's all right. I get to work 5 minutes late every day. It's not good, but my boss hates me.
Nah, hey, it's better that the kids are getting to class, and we can hopefully get a smart generation coming up soon.
Yeah, hope so. This generation,
Yeah,
man.
don't want people turning out like you, Bubba. We need to make sure people are in school and are
Yeah,
learning.
seriously. Don't end up like a tow truck driver. Don't. No, 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 no.
No, nah, there's still trade skills. You can't
Yeah,
crap on them that much. But Bubba, when you were in school, like, what were your favorite
oh my
classes?
god,
Like,
my favorite class was lunch. I love to eat, man. I love to eat.
that doesn't surprise me. I should have known asking
I
that
mean,
question.
does that even count as a class? I mean, in my book, it does. It's a period.
I mean, it's something to look
Yeah,
forward to.
but if I had to really pick and like choose a class, I would pick like gym. We did like phys ed and all of that stuff. Play games all day, kickball. Oh, I loved kickball. Oh my god, it was so much fun.
That's awesome. I don't know if you guys ever played the game. I always really liked the one, like, we called it Big Base
Yeah,
when I was in school, like in like elementary school, where you've got like the full like
yeah.
the mats everywhere, and you're playing kickball, but the
Oh
full
my
length
god,
of the gym.
yes. And
That was always a fun
we
one.
had six mats where we set up, and we had to go like the normal what is it, counterclockwise, I guess it would be. Like from home plate, you would like run to first and then second, but like in like a circle. But once you get to the last base, that's like across from first, you would have to like go backwards, and oh my god, it was so much fun. So
Yeah, like opening up a core memory in my mind because I feel like I do remember it playing like that. See, that's the kind of stuff where it's like, do gym teachers just all share the same games? Because like it's like a core
they
memory there.
probably, I mean, back in the day, the phys ed like curriculum was like military type style. Like they would have to do like certain amount of like push-ups. Like I don't know exactly what it was, but like throwing out a number like 100 push-ups, sit-ups and all that running and pull-ups and all that. But from back then, like I think it was like in the 50s, maybe 60s, the gym, people, these students were jacked up, jacked up. But now, like, I mean, when I was in high school, I mean, I'm lucky if I ran from first to second without passing out.
Oh, jeez. No, I remember I mean, since we're on the topic of gym class, I remember the like thing I always hated the most is they used to divide our gym class up into two sections sometimes. So like half the class would go play ping pong, and you'd always be like, "Oh, let me be on ping pong day, like it's fine." But if you weren't and you were on the other one because they split the gym, you were doing
Oh my god,
P90X, which
yes,
I'm not sure if that's
like the
yeah.
pacer.
Oh my god, it is like the absolute worst. Because I have the stupid like Hail Mary like
Oh,
lunges in my head, and that's like burned into my memory. And I'm like, if I do one more Hail Mary like lunge, I'm going to
um,
like scream. But I was like, dude, why we're like 12 doing like this intense exercise. I
I
don't know why they ever
hated the
made us do that.
pacer. That
No, I see
that
the
what?
pacer. I
Are
thought it was
you
fun.
crazy?
It's like a good mix of anxiety with like physical education, where it's just like, oh, you can miss one, and but if you miss the second one, and
No,
well, like,
no.
oh my god, I remember my anxiety being
I
terrible with that.
remember the highest I got was like 56 or 58. Oh my, oh my god.
I have no
I
idea.
I was gonna die. I literally remember falling to my knees and they had to call the nurse to come get me and wheel me out in a wheelchair. I was done,
Jeez.
man. I was done for the count. I was done.
No. While we're talking about this, it reminds me of the meme where it's like, oh, remember that when they'd make you do a run a mile or whatever, and then go back to math class, and you're just in there sweating
Oh
out of
my
breath. I
god,
was like, that was
yeah.
me. Like,
Oh my god, I had one year I had gym class, and then I had oh my god, it was what's the like health class, and we had to like have partners up, and we had to like talk about like babies and go over like CPR and all that stuff. So I'm like working with like this cutest girl in my class at the time, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sweaty," and I'm like, it just sucked. Oh, so embarrassing. I smelled like BO.
no, it definitely is.
She offered.
See, for me, I was definitely the nerd. I was always big in math class. I loved math. It was so fun. Like it was kind of like a puzzle
Sure.
at a certain point, the way I saw it. I know not everybody feels that way, but when you know that there's only one right answer, and a lot of times too, with like when you're doing tests for like classes or whatever, it's never gonna be like the weird answer. Like you know it's always gonna be like a whole number or like something that makes sense. So it's kind of fun to play like a reverse mind game sometimes of like I don't know. I made it up to like calculus and like AP Calc when I was a senior in high school or whatever. So I was like pretty big into it. But if you ask, I I had like a reality call the other like maybe a couple months ago. I had one of the kids that I work with, um, since I work at a restaurant. They were like, "Oh, can you help me with this? Like, you're pretty good with math." I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm pretty good with the mental math stuff." And they showed me the like geometry homework. I felt like the dumbest person in the world.
Yeah,
I was like, "I have no idea what the
geometry
hell
was
this
actually
is."
my favorite. Like after that, I didn't do like algebra, like trig or anything like that, or AP, like nothing. I was like, all right, geometry done, pass. All right, move on. Like, that's it. I'm not gonna go into that.
No,
Like, that was not fun. My teacher, my like resource teacher, I was in like special ed, like whatever. Short story. uh And my resource teacher, like, she would always like crack me up, and she's like, you're so good, like with shapes and this and that, but like numbers, you just suck. I'm like, wow, like thanks, but I love you.
It's like the
Yeah,
most
I mean, she
insulting
was
compliment
great.
in the
She was
world.
honestly my favorite teacher, like hands down. Like she was real, and that's what I feel like. That's why I liked her so much. She like told me how it was, and that's she actually like one of the reasons why I want to become a cop. Like she always told me to like go what you want to do, and tough obstacles are gonna be in your way, but just go through it. And what's the worst thing that happens? Take a step back, and then you just take two steps forward. I was like killing it, man, killing it, and here I'm now, freaking almost there, almost there.
That's definitely something that I think people sometimes forget is like how selfless being like a teacher is. Because I know I've had conversations with DC about like the fact that he's like a teacher. He's teaching like high school grade right now, and it's pretty cool like see like how much influence he has on the people there. I mean, he's also like helping coach like the football stuff, and you kind of forget a little bit that time, or like from that perspective rather, of how much influence
Oh,
a good teacher
100%.
has on
And
your
my
life.
resource teacher, she was one of them. Hands down, there for me. Always have him, and till this day, I email her time to time, and check in, and she checks in with me, and it's honestly a great thing to have. Like, I'm 28 now, and I'm still talking to like my eighth grade like school teacher. It's like awesome.
That is awesome. I don't know. I tried keeping up with like well, okay, let me rephrase that. I tried reaching back out to one of like probably the most influential teacher I had. It was when I was in 4th grade, and it was like the first opportunity that cuz like I'm not going to sit here and brag about my smarts or whatever, but I was like I mentioned before, I was really good in math. So in like 4th grade there was the opportunity to like get into the accelerated program, but like I went to like a small school. I mean, I grew up in a really small town, so it's not like they had like AP
Yeah.
classes or a different school I could go to or whatever. So like the teacher saw that the school wasn't going to be able to offer me like that accelerated thing because at like a 4th grade level, I was already like
Mm.
getting bored by it and not challenged. So it was really cool because she went out of her way to like make like I don't want to say like a second class for me, but like give me the opportunity of like, hey, if you already know this, like if you want to be self-disciplined and learn extra stuff, we can get you on board with that. So like at like like I said, really early age, like she was showing that like, hey, if you want to do something, if you put the time and effort into it and everything like that, like you can achieve it. And I was like the first person that I think that ever really believed in me like that. It was really cool. Like, but I tried reaching out to her, and I remember like in 4th grade. I mean, what? That's probably like fucking like 15 years ago or more. I mean, she was already older, so I'm not
Thanks.
sure if she's passed away or anything at this point because I don't know. It just those type of things you don't think about, but that's like that selflessness that like she may. I mean, like maybe she does, but you know, it's not like I keep up with her to tell her like, hey, I was super thankful that kind of stuff. Like she didn't have
Yeah,
to go
no,
out of her way like
definitely.
that. I don't know. I think it's
We
really cool.
you might.
So thank you, like DC.
Yeah,
DC, you're awesome.
DC. Whoop whoop. Yeah, man. I always, I loved her also. Like we always like played games and like game shows and everything like that. And like between like there were like 8 other kids in my class, or whatever, and we would just like do contests like at the end of the week and just bullshit and hang out and stuff like that. So it was like really cool and whatnot. But you know, thinking of contests, we almost forgot to mention that we are actually going to do a podcast, like game show, like live and everything like that on our new, launched KSI Twitch and everything like that. You want to, spread the word a little bit on exactly what ideas we're doing with the Twitch and everything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you bringing that up. So like our thought process for this upcoming like contest that we want to work on is kind of having like a live audience type thing where people can like help pop into this chat, and we could do things like let's say a little game show of like a trivia channel. So like we can do
Hey.
Are You Smarter Than Bubba? Probably, but you you have the opportunity like let's say I come up with a couple trivia questions that are like pretty like, if you're aware of pop culture or different, like, basic history, things like that, we'll go ahead and be like, hey, Bubba, what's the answer to this? And things like that. See if he's able to answer it. If not, goes back over to you and has this little game show thing. Maybe we could bring in different prizes and stuff like that. And what's really cool is we just relaunched.
Yes,
Shout out to
sir.
Term
Whoop, whoop.
for putting a ton of effort into it. But we did.
Heyo.
Heyo. We just launched a new Twitch channel. So if you guys are interested in following us on Twitch, it's twitchtv.ksi global 7. We put a ton of time and effort into getting everybody set up with that. And, with this new platform, we're going to need a ton of followers and a ton of like help reaching out and getting new members on there. But what's so cool is that we've got everything ready to go for this, that we can actually get all of our different social medias and teams together, working together. So this live episode, we're going to be able to get that streaming live on Twitch and things like that. So we're really excited to actually get to be involved with you guys rather than just Bubba and I hanging out here late at night doing
Oh
recordings
yeah,
alone.
and
Like, we want to actually involve everybody.
follow us, guys. Not just on Twitch alone, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, but follow us on Twitter at KSI Global. All right, follow us, tweet us.
And then on Facebook, we've got facebook.com/KSI official.
Instagram, KSI Global Media.
And then YouTube, it's going to be at KSI Global.
Oh,
but you guys already
yeah.
know that
Whoop,
because that's where this
whoop.
podcast
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Oh my God. Whew, man. Yeah, man. So guys, honestly, follow us, support us, and it's not just supporting me and Anna, it's the whole community, getting the name out there, getting, a big audience and just hanging out, bullshitting and gaming. That's basically what we're here for. And meet new friends and meet new people and kick it.
Hell yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, that's the thing that makes KSI so great, is the ability to interact with the community like this. And like I said, we're super excited to get involved with the listeners out there, getting you on with this contest and stuff, and
Oh
seeing
yeah.
you guys on all of our
Yeah. You
social
know
media
what?
accounts.
Say it again, Anna. Say it again, man.
Hey, give us a like and a follow. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, like, follow, share, tweet. What else is there? I don't know.
Don't
Oh, shh, don't say
donate to Bubba's OnlyFans.
that. Well, look at here, guys.
Oh.
It's another episode in the books, episode 6, man. Thank you for listening. Peace out. Till next time, episode 7 is on its way. But peace out. Anna, you got anything?
Hey, get ready for episode 7. You already know.
Oh, yeah. Woo woo. Meow, 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 meow.